Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Bill Elliott's Coors Winston Million winning Ford Thunderbird from 1985. As always, let's take a quick look at the box. This is part of the historical series, so you have some very nice box sleeve artwork. Got Action Collectibles 1985, Bill Elliott, and a couple pictures of the diecast on the front. Got a little bit of a bio on this car, which is basically just his stats from 1985. Got Bill Elliott Historical Series up there. On the side, you got basically the exact same stuff. They made a total of 5,508 of these things. 2003 was when this was produced. Action Racing Collectibles. Same stuff on the back of the box as well. Action Collectibles, 124 scale stock car, Action Racing Collectibles. Got the same stuff on this side of the box as well. And you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. But anyways, let's get down to the car itself. This, of course, does come with a few things. You have your little certificate of authenticity. These used to come with most of the historical series cars. Nothing really too special there. But this also does come with a few little extra things. Kind of like what you would expect from a race version back in the day. It actually comes with a little bag of confetti that you can actually put all over the diecast. This was before they could actually print the confetti on the cars, or maybe they could and they just didn't want to, but they used to give you the option if you wanted a clean car or a confetti car. But, I mean, this car isn't actually raced. It has no damage or anything, but it is based on a win, so I don't know if this is exactly the confetti that they had in Victory Lane. I'm going to have to look back at a video or picture, see if it was actually just this like little red and yellow confetti. I feel like this is the same confetti that they put with another car, like the exact same red and yellow confetti, so I'll have to look that up. And it also does come with a little bag of dollar bills. I'm sure they're supposed to be $1 million bills, but that's really cool. So you can put this car in a display case, sprinkle confetti and money all over it, make it look pretty nice. Neat idea. Back when they used to actually give us some, unique ideas for things instead of just really giving us nothing anymore. Now we just basically get the little bag of, manufactured real-life confetti that isn't actually used in Victory Lane, but is the same stuff they use in Victory Lane, or I don't know. I think they're stopping that this year, so that's a rant for another day. But anyways, let's do a quick 360 of the car. It's just such a nice paint scheme. Just the bright red, the white, the metallic gold stripe, just a very iconic design. This is one of the more iconic ones thanks to the backwards 9 on the roof, which we'll get to a little bit later, but just a beautiful paint scheme. I'm glad I can finally get one of these Coors cars. But anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Coors, Melling Oil Pumps, Ford Thunderbird. Down the side, you got Coors again, got Melling Oil Pumps back here. In front of the rear wheel, you got PPG and Simpsons Race Products. Got a little S arrow. Or is that supposed to be a dollar sign? Is that what that is? Can't tell if that's supposed to be a dollar sign or like an S for Simpsons or something, but probably was meant to be a dollar sign. I guess it just had the little marks on the top and bottom. I guess that is supposed to be a dollar sign. Anyways, on the C post, you got Melling Performance Parts. Nothing on the B post. You, of course, have Bill Elliott's name on the name rail. Does have a, good amount of contingencies back when contingencies were actually a thing, instead of now where we have, 3. Which is kind of weird that Winston is kind of shoved in the middle. Wasn't Winston always just kind of on top of the block or over here somewhere? Seems kind of strange to just kind of shove in the middle. Have to go back to look at photos, see if that's actually accurate or that's just Lionel being Lionel. Well, it wasn't Lionel at this point, just Action, but always make that mistake. Some people always complain about that in the comments. It's not Lionel until this point. It's Action. It's always been Action. I'm still going to call them out mistakes. Anyways, on the back of the car, you got Coors and Melling Oil Pumps. On the deck lid, Melling Performance Parts. You can see the nice metallic gold stripe. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Let's take a look under the hood. Doesn't want to stay open. One of those very loose older hoods. Got nothing on the other side of the hood, but there's the engine detail if you want to see that. Is autographed by Bill. Under the deck lid, you got your typical fuel cell and such back there. Obviously no roof flaps back then. And there's the underside of the car if you want to see that. But now let's talk about the backwards 9, since that's probably the thing that makes this car the most famous. One of his most iconic versions of his Coors car. Which it was just a mistake. That's kind of one of been those big arguments or discussions over the years where some people are like, oh, maybe it was for good luck, it was on purpose, but he's told the story multiple times. The guy was just working so long and so hard that he just, was tired, he made a mistake, he put the stencil or whatever upside down, and boom, we had an upside down 9. Which the fact he won the Winston Million with it kind of made it got it etched into history forever, so that's kind of cool. And now we have a diecast, which that's kind of got to suck for that guy. They, like, you know, your mistake is now etched into history in diecast form. Wonder if that guy's still alive. Would almost be fun to have him sign the car or something. Have him sign the roof. I don't know. But definitely, you know, interesting piece of NASCAR history right there. Does have the gold chrome rims, which is accurate, but not completely accurate. The car had more of like those kind of, you know, bronze metallic rims that you saw with cars back then, which I don't think Lionel's ever really done correctly. You know, these days, if somebody does a throwback to one of those bronze gold rim cars, it's usually just like the unpainted plastic rims that Lionel gives us. So this definitely looks really nice, but this is accurate, but, you know, they weren't really that shiny gold chrome, but they do look very, very nice. Really makes the car stand out. I mean, how many times have we gotten a gold chrome rimmed car? But if you want this car, it is a little bit hard to get. Most of his Coors cars are around, but definitely on the higher end of the value spectrum. These aren't going to be your $20 clearance bin cars. They just made one not a couple years ago when Chase Elliott won the Xfinity Championship. Or was it still nationwide at that point? But when he won the championship, they made a double set that was one of the Coors cars and Chase Elliott's Napa car. I believe that one was just the unpainted, like, bronze plastic rims, like I was just talking about. I think a lot of Bel Air fans are kind of disappointed with that car because it was just kind of like modern Lionel version of the car instead of this, you know, good quality version of the car. I think some of the versions they released also had, like, the gold stripe wasn't even metallic. It was just like a bronze, goldish, matte-looking stripe. Which maybe at some points they did run it not metallic, because that kind of still happens up to this day, where you'll have, like, the Hendrick cars some weeks will just show up and their cars will not be metallic, and other weeks they will be. Like Richmond a couple weeks ago. You could really tell on Alex Bowman's car that his is usually like the metallic blue and the white, and the blue was just like this weird generic standard blue, and it was like, what the hell happened with that? Of course, Chase Elliott did just win at Talladega in the Little Caesars car this past weekend. It was kind of nice to see Little Caesars get a win. Like I said, I've never really been a fan of Chase Elliott at all, but I do like Little Caesars, so it's definitely cool to get Little Caesars in Victory Lane. I'll probably end up getting that diecast. Makes it maybe someday Chase will do a throwback to this car without the Napa colors, but who knows? Anyways, I think that's pretty much all there's to say. This has been a review of Bill Elliott's Coors Winston Million winning Ford Thunderbird from 1985. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.